been 16 years since the Museum of Civilization first opened its doors for interns of the Aboriginal training program. APTN's Annette Francis caught up to a few successful interns at the museum in Gatineau, Quebec this week.
If you're interested in history, this is the place to be. The collections department at the Museum of Civilization in Gatineau, Quebec, right across the river from Ottawa. It has everything a history junkie could ever want: old canoes, hunting gear, and traditional clothing. And it's one of the reasons MELENNIA Point made the trek from British Columbia after graduating from university.
It gave me an opportunity to do more hands-on work, and that was just amazing when I got here.
The program was set up in the early 90s to get Aboriginal people more involved in their own history. It allows interns to explore various fields in museum techniques. Point successfully completed her internship and has just accepted a contract with the Department of Indian Affairs in BC. She says the opportunity to work at the museum has opened doors and provided a clearer focus for future goals.
A lot of the stuff that you don't necessarily get in university, you learn on the job, and that was really a fantastic thing here. And then basically from here, well, I'm hoping to take it into a master's because it's really helped me define where I want to take my career now. So I'm thinking possibly zoo archaeology, working in the BC interior.
JAMESON BRANT interned 4 years ago and is now the coordinator of the internship program. She says the stereotypes of museums from 30 years ago are changing and the interest is growing. Brant says balancing traditional and professional knowledge is important. It's a pivotal time for Aboriginal people to be involved.
Extremely important for Aboriginal people to work in this field, not only for the preservation of our own culture, but also for the representation out. In other words, we are in a position in time where we are interpreting our own culture from our own perspective.
The Aboriginal Internship Program offers 8 months exposure in 6 areas of museum practice, including research and collections management. With only 4 internships offered per year, the selection process is tough. According to Brant, the museum currently employs over 400 people, and 8 are Aboriginal. Penny Pine is a collections manager at the museum. She too is a graduate of the program. Pine's responsibilities are to prepare and store the artifact collections for exhibits around the world. She says working with the museum has provided many exciting opportunities. She recently accompanied an artifact exhibit to China, but her most prized opportunities come from within the museum.
My perk is when the community members come to the museum and I get the opportunity to pull their artifacts from the community and see the big smile on their face and to see all their artifacts within the one room and gathered, and they're just all in on, and all the stories start falling into place with them, and I'm learning and they're telling me stuff, and it's a beautiful thing to be a part of.
With millions of Aboriginal artifact collections stored in this museum, these interns all agree Aboriginal involvement keeps the spirit of their culture alive. Annette Francis, APTN National News, Gatineau.